Hey guys, I'm Coldy. Welcome to the NHL 31 for 31 series where my buddy 418 and I give our thoughts on all 31 teams. We go over last year's stats and standings and give our predictions for the 2018-2019 season, as well as look at the top performers from each squad and pick a standout player for the upcoming season. We could hit the nail on the head or be smoking the reef, so let us know what you think down below. I'll see you out there.
Okay, so the Arizona Coyotes.
I hate them, bro.
They've had a tough couple years here. Obviously, last year was not a good one for them. They finished dead last in the West, and I believe third. Ottawa and Buffalo were below them in the entire league standing. So obviously they didn't have a great year.
So I guess they finished last in their division. They can only go up. Out of the 18 or other 7 teams in their division, who do you see maybe being above them? Or below them, sorry.
It's hard to tell because, again, Arizona has been at the bottom for so long. But I think Vancouver, without a doubt, is not going to do very well.
No.
So I think it's almost a given, in my opinion, that they're going to finish ahead of them. I'm still not too sure what to make of Calgary.
It's odd, huh?
It's very odd. It's a very, I mean, it's the NHL is so hard to gauge from year to year. But you know, at the end of the day, you got 8 teams. You know that the Vegases and the San Jose's are going to finish atop that division. Like I mentioned in the Anaheim preview, I think Anaheim's going to slip. I think LA's going to slip. But is Arizona going to climb as much as those 2 teams slip? I don't know. I do think there is potential there that Arizona might be in the discussion for a wild card position at the end of the year. Edmonton, again, we bring up Cam Talbot again. They rely so heavily on him. I'm not worried about Draisaitl and McDavid putting up points and helping them win games. But if Cam Talbot doesn't stop that puck, Edmonton might finish below Arizona next year. I mean, like I said, I'm really high on Edmonton, but I could be, just a bit of it might be a bit of a bias because I've always been a McDavid guy and I've always cheered for Edmonton. Dude, this division, as much as it's always been so top heavy and like front loaded, I think this year it's going to be closer than it's been in the last decade or so. Like it's going to open up, I think.
Which, if you were to put Clayton Keller on the Penguins, on St. Louis, on any stacked team, 100%, I believe he'd be an 80-point guy. I think I actually believe he'd be a point a game player.
Okay.
Like a lot of the bottom feeder teams, there's a lot of minuses in the plus minus category.
Yeah. Which is hard not to do when you're
exactly my point. He was only a -7, which it's still bad. But on a team that is that bad, to be only -7, kind of there's a lot of room for improvement, obviously, but it kind of shows he's on the way there. So Clayton Keller, top player there. Then they got Derek Stepan, number 2. And boy, oh boy, I think they need a lot of offense, because if Derek Stepan is your number 2, I never liked him in New York. I thought they played him way too much in positions that he just wasn't cut out for. I found they had a lot more offensively skilled players there that could have handled some more responsibility on the power play. So him moving,
he's a veteran guy, like he's used to winning. Like he's been a part of a winning culture in New York for such a long time. I think he doesn't only bring a veteran presence, but I think he also brings just like knowledge to the younger guys and kind of teaching them how to deal with the swings of a season. And think about it. All these young guys on Arizona have not been a part of a winning culture unless they were in their junior days. and the team does look a lot different with Richard Panik there, Galchenyuk, obviously Stepan is there. They got Grabner, who they signed last free agency. I mean, if Dylan Strome can come out of the, I don't know what has been wrong with him. He has not turned out to be the player they initially thought. So if he can come out and have, you know, an impactful season, you got Christian Dvorak. I don't know, man. I like the roster by just looking at it right now. You know, at face value, I really like what I see. They got Jalmerson on the back end, Jason Demers, OEL. I mean, dude, on paper, they don't have a bad team.
Yeah. Yep. Well, just to go off of that, they brought in Antti Ranta as well. Yeah. Which I know we're kind of going backwards here. We go forwards, D, and then goalie. But like you said, they brought in some good players, and Antti Ranta was one of them. Now, he was injured for the beginning of the year. He still had an above 500 record, though, at 21-17. Mm-hmm. So they might be on the up and up this year. I still don't believe they're a playoff contender,
which is fair.
But I also do believe that opposite of maybe the Ducks and some older teams, they're very young and they're moving in the right direction.
Yeah,
right.
I believe so too. I you know, as a lifetime Leaf fan, I've never been a fan of any Habs players or former Habs players. I think Galchenyuk is gonna light it up. I think he's gonna have. Dude, I'll say it right now. Hot take. I think he's gonna get 30 goals this year. Ooh. I'm gonna go bold. I'm saying 30 goals for the kid. I think he's gonna find the right fit, the right position, the right spot in the lineup. I mean, I know right now he's not slated to be a first-line guy. I just think he's going to be that type of player that they rely on more and more as the year goes on.
Right.
Maybe I'm just being, you know, I'm living in fantasy land, but I do think he's going to have a big year. And apart from that, dude, if not the team captain, you know, I think Ekman Larsson's going to have a hell of a year. Last year, a bit, you know, still 14 goals last year, but I do think this year he might get to 20 and just be one of those amazing defensemen that every team really wants, you know?
Yeah. So a player for me is going to be Duclair.
Yo, my dude.
What? Did I fuck that up? I fucked that up.
He's on Columbus, isn't he?
What are you?
Idiot sandwich.
Yo, look, where is this bitch? Let me look him up. Let me look this bitch up.
He was on Arizona last year, bro. Come
on.
You're sending out players on the wrong team.
So my standout player is Thomas Ryder. And what the fuck? What are you laughing at?
He signed with the Oilers.
Oh my god!
You're just throwing darts.
2018 Arizona Coyotes roster.
What are you doing?
Bang bang. Here we go.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh fuck, that's funny. 0 for 2.
Yo, what the fuck?
Oh, okay. all right.
I can't continue. I'm just gonna keep laughing. Take 3. My standout player is Dylan Strome. Now I don't even have his fucking points up here. What the fuck? I'm fucked up.
Oh god, my
stomach. Dylan Strome. He's not even on this list because he's so bad.
Yo, he had 9 points last year. That's not very good.
Alright, well, yeah, how many goals? I gotta ask you.
4 goals, 5 assists.
Yeah, 9 points. How many games?
It doesn't say.
That's woo! This episode is good, man. I promise you, we did not get any beer sponsors in this one. We are totally sober. At least
Arizona's brutal.
Bro, I don't even know what the fuck you planned. God damn, who do I pick? Okay, Dylan Strome, 9 points.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end it right there. Bro, you gotta be fucking better. Step it up. You're 6'3". 200 pounds. You're telling me you can only got 9 points in the NHL?
Yeah, he needs. To be honest, I don't know if they saw him as being a big part of the roster last year. I don't think they, if I remember correctly, I don't think they kept him at the start of the year. Is that possible?
Don't tell me they traded him.
No, they didn't trade him. I just mean like, I don't think they kept him up in the NHL. No, right here. So he played 21 games last year. If I remember correctly, he came to training camp and they sent him down. He just didn't make the cut, and they brought him back later in the year.
He played for the Tucson Roadrunners.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of them.
Roadrunners.
They're NHL team.
Like he finished off the season, I believe. Like he played,
Okay.
But his first game was so he played 2 games in October. He played a good amount of games in November, December, and then he only came back in March. So I don't know if they sent him down or if he got hurt, but definitely not a great year for him.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely this year I would expect more out of Dylan Strome.
Well, so I shouldn't be running my mouth about him because played 50 games in the NHL at 53 points.
Yeah.
That's not the NHL, but to put up a point, to be a point-a-game player in the NHL, he deserves a little bit more play time in the NHL for sure. That's my breakout player. Yours was who? Galchenyuk. That's a wrap for this episode. Thanks for tuning in.
So, wait, do you see them? You don't see them making the playoffs? You think?
Zero chance.
Zero chance. Okay.
Like negative.
I'm gonna say that they're gonna surprise some people, and they might be in a close to in the wild card. God damn it, the wild card battle as of like early February, and then I think they'll fall off the wagon. And,
okay.
Collapse.
Okay. Well then,
thanks for the laughs, buddy.
No problem. I'd like to thank our sponsors again. Coke, Diet Coke, Root de Beer.
Just root beer.
Well, I don't know what the fuck. Root beer makes root beer. God damn.
We'll catch you later.
Bye.